Welcome, everybody, to the X Factor podcast. I am yours, Brulee. Riding shotgun is JR, the great Jon Rennie. And the bottom square, if you are watching on BrewTube, is three of my least favorite people.
What is going on?
I have no idea, John. You always said it's a pirate ship. Parker is just finally starting to really soak that in and relish that. DFE is commanding the pirate ship, announcing his presence with authority. Speaking of announcing your presence with authority, this podcast is fueled.
Yes.
Powered by.
Yes.
Our friends at Bottom Gun Coffee. BottomGunCoffee.com is the place to go for all of your caffeinated needs.
Yes. Do you have a favorite, Coach Brew?
Do I have a favorite?
Yeah, Bottom Gun Coffee. There's a lot of flavors.
I go with the Ahab's Revenge.
Yeah.
That's a favorite. You know, it's high octane fuel.
Yeah.
Just how I roll in the mornings.
Yep.
The dark roast, I think, makes a better iced coffee.
Oh,
for some reason. I don't know why. I've always thought that about coffee, and Bottom Gun absolutely lives up to it. And what's your favorite? You're a breakfast blend guy in the morning.
Yeah, I take the morning blend only because I drink so much of it.
You're such a basic white boy.
Yeah, but I drink probably 6 cups of coffee before noon, so I don't want to go too hard. So gotta go easy. But I like it. It's easy. You can drink it. You know, I don't put anything in it, so it's just. You know, I wrote a tweet the other day. I said I like coffee flavored coffee. That's what I like. I just
Thank you, Dennis Leary.
Oh, did Dennis say that?
You don't remember that from his
No.
Oh man, he did a great comedy special. Does this huge rant about how he went into 7-Eleven to get coffee.
Oh, really?
And he paid for it, and he's like making fun of the kid behind the counter whose pants are like down around his knees. He's got a tongue ring, which has made him speak with a speech impediment. And like he gets back in his truck, puts the coffee in the cup holder, he drives off, and he smells waffles.
Oh.
And he's like, why do I smell maple syrup? Like waffles, pancakes. Did someone spill maple syrup on the lid of my coffee cup? He's like smelling the top of the cup. He brings it back in. He's like, there's something wrong with my coffee. And the kid's like, no, man, that's the flavor of the month. That's a maple nut crunch. He's like, just give me effing coffee-flavored coffee. I drink coffee-flavored coffee, whiskey-flavored whiskey, beer-flavored beer. And he just goes off on like only Dennis Leary could when he's hopped up on Coke. Goes off on like how we are ruining the greatest things that America's ever had to offer by flavoring them something other than their intended flavor.
Yeah, I
couldn't agree more. Like blueberry beer, flavored whiskey. No.
My son had some banana. Was it banana whiskey? No, it was It was blackberry whiskey.
Yep.
I was like, no, I don't need that. I need, whiskey flavored whiskey, coffee flavored coffee, beer flavored beer. Yeah. If it doesn't taste like Miller Lite, I don't want it. So
he wraps it up by saying he's going to start a bar called like McLeary's. And he's only going to serve Budweiser, Jack Daniels, and the Rolling Stones are going to play 24/7 all day. That's it.
I love it.
Yeah. When I saw your tweet, that's what made me think.
I didn't even know it was Dennis Leary, but he thinks like I think then. So
which is the way I think, and that's why we get along. We both drink Bottom Gun coffee flavored coffee.
Yep.
So
absolutely.
last show.
Yes.
Assuming Parker releases these on time.
Last show
was X Factor marketing campaigns, and we started off on this tangent. You know, look, squirrel. As only we can do about like marketing campaigns surrounding infomercials, and then we said stop.
Yeah.
Collaborate and listen. ICE is back with a brand new edition. No, we said stop.
Yeah.
We're going to make that a separate episode. X Factor Infomercials.
Absolutely.
Or as Parker would pronounce it, X Factor Infomercial. Infomercials.
Dos Equis.
Dos Equis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, day beers.
Day beers.
So, today is that day. X Factor infomercials.
No,
Can we do this?
There are
Can
a
we
lot
do
of
this?
really good ones, and there are a lot of really bad infomercials.
Oh, yeah, there's some bad ones. There's some really good ones. But before we get started, before we dive into what we chose,
You gonna
I
do
wanna do
another
something.
Bottom Gun Coffee ad read?
yeah, let's talk about it. We are going to show. This is going to be the first time ever, and I don't know how it's going to go, but I'm going to play to you what I believe is the best infomercial ever. I'm going to try to share it live.
Oh boy.
We've never done this before, but this video is being shared, is being sponsored by Bottom Gun Coffee. So this video is brought to you. So I'm going to bring you the best, the greatest infomercial ever. We're going to play it live on the show, and I'm not sure how it's going to go, but we're going to try it. All right. So I'm going to
If you're
share.
only listening, is there a
Yes.
visual element to this that people need?
You are going to hear it, and the words of this infomercial will be funny enough. And I want you both to react naturally to your first time you're ever seeing this. So this is important.
You were supposed to roll with me and say, yeah, it'd be really good if people watch this on YouTube and subscribe to our channel.
Oh, it's better if you go watch it on YouTube, it's going to be even better. This is going to be epic, and I know you're all going to like it. Oh, you know what? I don't think I did that right. So it's making for bad television. So I'm going to share screen.
Got to zoom it out, expand it to the full screen.
Yeah, I'm going to share it. I'm going to expand it to the full screen, and we're going to play this ad. Can you see it over there?
I can see it over there.
All right. I'm going to play it.
Her in
Let me
all
hear
her
the
glory.
sound. Here we go.
Does the shoulder strap of your car cut into your shoulder? Is your shoulder strap too tight and annoying?
Yes.
Introducing the Tinny Bear, the cute little guy that eliminates all those problems. Designed to make driving more comfortable, the Tinny Bear snaps onto your shoulder strap and moves up and down to remove the pressure wherever you need it.
My shoulder strap used to pull so tight I could hardly breathe. Now with the Tinny Bear, I really enjoy traveling again.
The patent-pending design swivels to work from either the driver's side or passenger seat and fits all makes and models. Just snap it on, slide it where it relieves the pressure, and drive away. The Teddy Bear stays where you want it until you move it.
So I believe that that's maybe the best infomercial ever recorded, the Tinny Bear.
John, all I can say is I've never wanted to be a stuffed animal so badly before in my entire life.
Oh, yeah.
Is that the craziest thing?
Oh,
When I was doing the research, I ran into that one. I was like, I got to show it to the guys. So
Spelled Tiddy.
Tiddy
Bear.
Bear, the Tinny Bear. Yeah. Yeah. That's a real commercial. That's not a spoof. That's not a Saturday Night Live thing. That's a real commercial. Yeah.
All these infomercials, man, like it's just like if you had to sum up infomercials in 3 words, I would have to say God bless America.
Yes.
Because you won't find some of this honestly, you won't find some of this crap anywhere else.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's
Part of the freedom we enjoy are titty bears, slap chops,
Yep.
P90X, total gyms.
Yeah, insanity. What is that? The insanity workout. There was one. Yeah, the Thigh Master, right? The Thigh Master is the big one. And
I tell you what, JR, there's one thing the most successful infomercials all have in common.
what's that?
And it's celebrity endorsement.
Oh, yeah.
So you remember
Total
who?
Gym?
You
The
remember
Total
who's
Gym?
the? Hang on.
All right, wait.
Cart before the horse. We're on the
All
number 10 biggest. It's huge, bigliest. Number 10 biggest infomercial of all time. The Thigh Master. You remember who the celebrity spokeswoman was for the Thigh Master?
Yeah, some lady. I can't remember.
Three's
Not
Company. Three's Company.
Not Farrah Fawcett. It was
Chrissy from not Chrissy, the other one.
the blonde.
Yeah, Suzanne Summers.
Suzanne Summer. That's it.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. Yep. Celebrity endorsements. That's good. Yep.
Yeah.
What else we got
So,
on there?
Sweating to the Oldies. Remember those exercise videos?
Yeah. Yeah.
Made famous by who?
Simmons.
Richard Simmons.
Richard Simmons. Yeah. Yeah.
And do you remember a product called Bowflex?
Yeah.
No, I'm thinking of the home gym, the Total Gym.
The Total Gym. It was called the Total Gym, and that was
Total Gym.
Yeah, with I'm gonna forget that. Yeah, Chuck Norris.
Sharks devote an entire week to Chuck Norris.
Right.
Chuck Norris, and who was his wing woman?
Linda Hamilton.
Christy Brinkley.
Christy Brinkley.
Yep.
Yeah.
I got one.
Yeah.
I got one.
And then there was a grill, a famous
George Foreman grill.
Yeah. So that's like that's kind of an X factor element to some of the greatest products, not in terms of quality, but in terms of sales volume.
Right.
Celebrity.
Parker's got
DFE,
one.
yes.
You're missing one. The Fushigi.
What's a Fushigi?
Is that him pronouncing something wrong again?
The Fushigi magic, the Fushigi ball?
Was it the magic ball?
Yeah, the Fushigi ball.
Oh, I remember my boys had to get one of those when they were younger.
Super famous.
Who's the celebrity spokesperson for that?
I think they had.
Because that's kind of what we're talking about, Parker.
I think it was Hunter Biden was the spokesman on that one.
No, that was for the 8-ball.
Oh, that was the 8-ball. You're right. Good point. Yeah, the Fushigi ball. I forgot about that. Yeah, not for my generation.
Let's see.
So, JR, while we're waiting for Parker to figure that out,
yeah,
what is your X Factor infomercial?
Well, I kind of went off the deep end on this. I was doing some research, right? And I had
channeling your inner brew.
I was.
Finally, we're episode 39.
Yes.
And I'm finally rubbing off on you.
Yes.
Kenny Toombs.
About time.
Yeah. Who is the star? What?
Kenny Toombs. Kenny Toombs became the self-proclaimed face of Fushigi. He's the guy on the box.
Oh, never heard of him.
Thank you, Cliff Clavern.
So I kind of went deep on this. I started, researching my favorite infomercial.
Did you go Fushigi balls deep?
Not quite that deep, but not quite sheath underwear deep. But I started looking at something I had when I was a kid that I wanted to have as a kid because of the infomercials. And it turns out that the guy that invented it and the guy that promoted it was actually the infomercial king, and he actually invented a ton of products. And let me just say, he invented the line, "But wait, there's more." He invented the line, "Set it and forget it." This guy is I had no idea. He is the owner. He started the entire. What became what was the name of the company? Ronco. He started Ronco. So if you think about it, if you grew up in the 70s, 80s, 90s, Ronco was like the brand in every infomercial. So let me set some of the products they had in Ronco: Chop-O-Matic, Dial-O-Matic, Veg-O-Matic, Mr. Microphone. You remember Mr. Microphone? The ads for those?
Yeah.
Remember, "Hey, good looking, we'll be back to pick you up later." It was basically a microphone that you could somehow connect to your car radio. So the Ronco Pocket Fisherman, the Inside the Egg Scrambler, the Rhinestone Stud Setter, Giant Dehydrator Beef Jerky Machine, Electric Pasta Maker, and the Showtime Rotisserie and Barbecue. Which, by the way,
but wait, there's more. The Showtime Rotisserie.
The Showtime Rotisserie, which, by the way, sold over $1 billion throughout its lifetime. 1.2 billion throughout its lifetime. These are all products of one man and one mind, and that's Ron Popeil. And Ron
Can I read you an Amazon review for the Showtime Rotisserie?
Sure, do it. Yeah.
Well, I must say that in just 1 week, we have done 1 to 2 chickens a day for our family of 6. A marinated pork roast, salmon in a basket, and everything comes out absolutely perfect and delicious. That's a lot of roasting.
A lot of roasting.
I mean, the Amazon review reads like an infomercial.
Yeah. This was Ron Popeil. He grew up.
Think about it. Just about every household, John, hang on. Just about every household of anyone who's listening to this, and I bet you could ask anyone as you rattle off all those things.
Yeah.
Just about every household in America had one of those items.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. So this guy, Ron Popeil, he grew up in New York and then he went to Chicago. And as a young man, he worked in open air markets of Chicago selling hawking products. And he would,
you can do that safely because they have the strictest gun laws in America.
Absolutely.
It's a very safe city.
That's what they say.
Being an open air market downtown.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So he would pitch his products, and he'd get funnier and funnier every, and he would get more interesting, and he would build these audiences would just come out to see him. And so he was actually people said that he was part P.T. Barnum and part Thomas Edison. So he had this drive to invent things that people needed, mostly kitchen gadgets, but it was all sorts of things. And
so he was kind of like Billy Mays before Billy Mays.
He was like Billy Mays.
Today's kids today, think Billy Mays is the pitch man, or like Vince from ShamWow and Slapchop. Ron Popeil.
This was it. So he started the company Ronco. He started that in 1964, and then he invented all these things, right, that we just talked about, right? So by 2005, Ronco had 17,800 employees, and they did sales of $63 million. He actually won a Nobel Prize in consumer engineering.
Or as you would say, Parker, a Nobel Prize.
So the awards committee described him as an incessant inventor and a perpetual pitchman of late night television. And they awarded the prize in recognition of his redefining the Industrial Revolution with his devices. And so he's been featured in cameos on The X-Files, Futurama, King of the Hill, The Simpsons, Sex and the City, Daily Show, and he's been on The West Wing. And there's been parodies of his products made. And if you remember back in the old Saturday Night Live, back with Dan Aykroyd and Eddie Murphy, there were what's the Bass-O-Matic? Do you remember the Bass-O-Matic, where they actually on live TV put a bass inside of a blender? This is what Dan Aykroyd, and they were sort of making fun of his infomercials. And the comedian Gallagher, right, that had the sledgehammer? Well, he called that the Sledge-O-Matic, and it was an homage to, the original Veg-O-Matic. So it kind of played off that. So all these things. So he was, considered the infomercial king. But the thing that really got me was the pocket fisherman. I had one of these things, and I had to have one. It was like a Christmas gift when I was a child. Like, I absolutely had to have it.
Parents were sick of you playing pocket pool. They got you a pocket fisherman. Kid's gonna go blind, honey, if we don't get him a pocket fisherman.
Yes, it was something like that. Yeah. So if you've not seen a pocket fisherman,
like a book, man.
Yeah. So if you've not seen a pocket fisherman, it's hard to describe, but it's small. It's compact, it's probably less than 14 inches, and it has a tackle box built into the handle. So you have a reel, you have like a tackle box handle, and a little tiny rod on the end of it, and you
have a little tiny rod in your pocket.
Pretty much. And
I won't tell anybody.
He launched this thing in 1963, and actually, it's one of the things he didn't invent. His father actually invented it, and he basically, took it and sold it. But by 2005, they sold more than 2 million of these pocket fishermen. And if you've ever had one, they don't make a very good fishing pole. They make a great infomercial, but they're not really a great fishing pole. Have I caught fish on the pocket fisherman? Yes, I have as a ute. But yeah, it's not the greatest fishing pole in the world, I have to say. But it's even. I actually went on Amazon today, and it's still for sale. It's $29.99, and it was back in the day. It was always $14.99. Then I think it went to $19.99. But yeah, you can still buy a Pocket Fisherman today, and I just think it's incredible. This one guy did so much, and they interviewed him in 1997, and they said, why do you keep doing it? Why do you keep inventing these things? And he said, you know what? I have enough money. He said, but the problem is I can't stop. There's always a need for these things, and I can't help myself. So he kept just inventing. So he was both an inventor and he was the pitch man. So he was that kind of I don't know, kind of a renaissance man when it comes to infomercials. So he was the guy that said, but wait, there's more, right? And how many times have you heard that now in modern infomercials, right? So, like for the Tinny Bear, right? But wait, there's more. So anyways, I really liked it.
That's from way downtown.
It is, absolutely.
Way back.
So I went to go research the Pocket Fisherman. I ended up learning about Ron Popeil, and the guy's amazing. And sadly, he died in July 28th. So just a couple weeks ago, he just passed away. So, but he was legendary in the market. He was legendary inventor, legendary spokesman, legendary infomercial king. So anyways, he was my X Factor guy. I think he's done a tremendous. He basically created that genre, essentially. I mean, he was the guy.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Kind of an interesting fact about the Ronco business.
Yes.
I was looking at kind of like their history, and it says here in June 14th, 2007, Ronco filed Chapter 11 in U.S. bankruptcy court, owed $32.7 million. In 2011, CD3 Holdings Incorporation, a consumer product company, acquired Ronco. And then on April 27, 2018, Ronco filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy again, seeking time to reorganize after failing to secure funding. And then on June 13th, 2018, Ronco changed its
June's
bankruptcy.
not a very good month for them, huh?
No, well, before we say much more about that, I would say that in August 2005, he sold the company. So it was other people running the company at the time. So he sold.
Pretty common. Someone else runs it into the ground after you sell it.
Yeah. So he sold the company. He sold the company in August of 2005 for $55 million. So
okay, yeah, I see that now. Now.
So,
it says,
but after that, they had a couple of different owners. They struggled. They went into bankruptcy. Had a lot of competition. Didn't have the visionary leader, but yeah, certainly did a lot during his time when he was in Ronco from really 1964 to 2005.
wow.
Awesome. JR.
Yes.
Let me piggyback off of that. But wait, there's more.
But wait, there's more.
There's my X Factor infomercial. And if you didn't tune in to episode 38, which was X Factor what, John?
It was
our last episode.
Marketing campaigns.
Marketing campaigns, yes. I talked about a direct response copywriter and the success that Gary Halbert had with the coat of arms letter and family historical books that he sold. Well, a disciple of Halbert has made his way into episode 39 today, and that is Mr. Dan Kennedy, who is one of the greatest living direct response copywriters and marketers today. I think he's still alive. He had a health scare earlier this year. But he did the copywriting, and specifically, the headlines, like kind of the bulleted copy, and the headlines were really his forte with this particular campaign. Is the #1 grossing infomercial of all time, John, weighing in at $1 billion.
Billion.
A billion.
Wow. What was it?
And it is
wait, let me guess. Shake weight.
It's not the shake weight. But wait, there's more. This company's annual revenue is greater than all those other companies I listed earlier that were in the top 10. And it's huge money. They hit the market in 1995. They tapped into a very unique sort of genre of celebrity endorsers. And it's proactive solutions. Solution. It's by a company called Guthy-Ranker, and it is skincare.
Yeah,
specifically like acne.
Teenager, right? Yeah,
for teenagers. Now, here's the really interesting thing: the younger your audience, two things. This is why this probably, I believe, had an easier time kind of climbing up the ranks. Is the younger your audience, the less credibility they need from you in your copy. Number two, the younger your audience, they don't necessarily care if your product's number one or not, and or like why the ingredients work. He attached several celebrities from pop culture who were highly relatable to that younger audience, to the product. Jessica Simpson, Britney Spears, #Free Britney, and Katy Perry. And what they did was they were simply famous faces who came on camera and authentically told their bad skin sort of tales of woe in these proactive infomercials. So it was authentic. They were coming from a place of like, hey, kids, when I was your age and I was going through puberty and everything, and I had acne, it's like, I mean, all three of them look perfect when you see them on TV. They look perfect. So, like, they're the visual evidence of transformation. Not that kids need a lot of evidence, but, like, it's fascinating because, so full disclosure, my daughter subscribes to Proactive. We get the monthly kit in the mail, and every now and then Coach Brew gets like a little acne, like I got a little zit on my cheek right now. I'll borrow some of her Proactive and I'll use it. It clears up blemishes on your face, like if not overnight, in like 2 days tops. It is remarkable. The stuff just works. You combine celebrity power, you combine that unique audience, and the fact that it just flat out works. Gets results. Yeah. Like, I think that's where a lot of people go wrong. Yeah. Is they forget what business they're in. They're not really in the acne lotion business, or Ronco's not in the chicken rotisserie machine business. P90X or Total Gym, they're not in the exercise equipment business. Like, you're in the results business no matter what industry you're in, and it's a product that just flat out gets better results than anything else. So yeah, it's an infomercial, and some infomercials just don't have a lot of credibility. This one really does, because it just flat out gets good results. It's not a product that you buy and you get, but wait, there's more. You get one free and you get these 2 extra things, and then 6 weeks after you get it shipped to you, they break. No, like, it actually works, So, and again, we talked before, like, not a lot of stuff lives up to, the steak doesn't live up to the sizzle. You sell the sizzle and it's a lousy steak, so to speak.
That's great. I didn't realize, because I don't have daughters, and I don't have, this is not a product I would be interested in.
The roids, all the roids you take don't give you acne on your back?
A little bit.
All right.
can't reach it though to scrub it in.
It's a problem.
Yeah.
Funny story for you, JR. This was number 8 on the all-time highest grossing infomercials. Was a product that sold about $4 million, and it's called the Snuggie. And it's a blanket with sleeves. You know, it's almost like a sweatshirt.
Yeah.
Blanket with sleeves.
Yep.
Fun fact. And this is the importance of trademarking your intellectual property and not just being first, but doing it right, dotting your I's and crossing your T's legally. There was another product that came out before the Snuggie, and it was invented by someone right here in the great state of Maine. And it was called the Slanket.
Oh, yeah. I do remember the Slanket. Yeah.
It was a blanket with sleeves, almost like a hoodie with sleeves. You know, it was a Slanket. He didn't dot his I's and cross his T's. He didn't trademark correctly his IP, if at all. And Snuggie was able to basically do the same thing, bring it to market better, market it, and basically trademark their intellectual property.
That's
better,
great.
faster. Yep. Yeah, I mean, this guy who made the Slanket is nobody knows his name, but everybody knows. No one's heard of the Slanket. Everybody's heard of the Snuggie.
Yeah.
So there's your cautionary tale, kids. Protect your intellectual property.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, if you name your product the Tinny Bear, you need to make sure you protect that.
Yep.
Because that's special.
Yeah, you need to keep your cards close to your breasts on that one before you launch it.
I think Mrs. Elliott will never be a P1 listener at this point. We're trying. We keep trying, but we can't make it there. I'm sorry, Mrs. Elliott. We're trying. We just can't do it.
I don't know how hard we're really trying, John.
We're not trying that hard.
Sorry. Tigers don't change their spots, or those leopards. Tigers have spots or stripes? Stripes.
No, it's the cougars that have, I don't know, something like that.
Cougars. You're a cougar magnet, aren't you?
It's a problem.
When they see you deadlifting at Planet Fitness and you set off the lunk alarm.
Oh, yeah.
Cougars flock.
Yeah.
So this episode of the podcast, X Factor Infomercials, is brought to you by our friends at Bottom Gun Coffee and Robert Patton at Sheath Underwear. We're trying to get a hold of you. We love your product, and we'd love to have you as a sponsor on the show. The balls are in your court, Robert.
Both of them.
Yep. So from this pair right here to you, we're waiting on you.
Yep.
It's like we're in one chamber and you're in the other here. Like if this conversation were underwear, we're in one chamber, you're in the other.
Yep.
Do with that what you will. Yeah. So, JR, what's on the horizon for this show?
Well, I think that we're going to try something a little bit different next episode. From what I understand, we're going to actually try to do what we're going to call rapid fire. Now, what is rapid fire? I don't know. You're going to have to tune in and find out, because I don't really know what it is yet either. But we're thinking about doing something different for next episode. So tune in to an episode called Rapid Fire, where we're going to try to stump each other, I think, with X Factor items. So pay attention, tune in, subscribe, and you'll learn just as I learned when we do it. So
Tierra del Fuego.
Take care.